of Nigeria's electoral umpire Inec, Mahmood Yakubu, appeared before the Joint Committee on Inec and Electoral Matters on Friday, fully armed with a 2025 budget proposal of his own for the Commission, separate from that of the executive. His budget proposal of 126 billion naira is more than 3 times higher than the 40 billion envelope budget handed down to Inec. According to Yakubu, the budget of 40 billion naira allocated in the 2025 proposal can barely scratch the surface of what INEC needs, especially with the new minimum wage, if it is to function effectively. He says the envelope of 40 billion naira for INEC does not take into consideration the series of by-elections, the off-cycle governorship election later this year in Anambra State, as well as 2 others in Ekiti and Osun State next year.
2025 is a critical year in our preparations for the 2027 general elections. So this amount in the envelope that we are given is inadequate for those activities.
Yakubu is asking the federal lawmakers to approve for INEC the 126 billion naira to enable the commission function effectively, lamenting that paucity of funds have previously made it difficult for the Electoral Commission to resume its continuous voter registration exercise, replace damaged equipment, and be able to meet with the huge burden of running elections in Nigeria.
Our proposal for 2025, the Commission requires the sum of 126 billion, but we have a 15-page document that has provided details line by line on how we intend to spend the 126 billion. So we'd like the support of members of the National Assembly to ensure that we are adequately funded for the responsibilities we are required to discharge. And most of these responsibilities are constitutional.
If we want all these things done and INEC is not properly funded, it is part of what we suggested is INEC has to be independent. INEC cannot be independent. And anyway, really, I feel that is a no-brainer. Whatever the committee has to do to get the funding, all these things are constitutional. They must be done.
After listening to the budget estimate from the INEC chairman, the National Assembly Joint Committee immediately went behind closed doors to ponder on the proposal of the 126 billion naira tabled before them by the Electoral Commission boss. Omo Bazwai, Rise News.